Hello dear students, hope you are doing well in your home. So today we will start a new chapter, that is True Sporting Hero. This chapter is based on an incident of Kapil Dev, one of a very prominent cricketer of Indian history, written by Sanjay Rajan. Watching Kapil Dev go through a gamut of emotions at Wembley Conference Centre the other night, one realized that the great all-rounder possessed a soul that could suffer but could not be stifled. At that very night, during the night of Wembley Conference, we see Kapil going through a variety of emotions. He was, very emotional that night, and by looking at him, one can say that Kapil could suffer, but he could not be stifled. He could not be suppressed. He could not be broken down. Yes, suffering was a part of Kapil's life, but he never gave up. Winning accolades and awards is not new to him. He won many in an international career that spanned 15 long years. So winning awards, winning honors is not something new to Kapil. In his span of 15 years of cricket career, he won many awards. His career started from 1978, 79 and it lasted up to 1993, 1994. But the one that he received from Sir Viv Richards on that star-studded night was indeed special in a very different sense. So we see that Kapil received many honors, many awards during his 15 years of career. So winning awards is nothing new to him, but the very recognition he received on that star-studded night, that means what? The night where many prominent and famous personalities from cricket field were there in Wembley Conference. So the recognition he received on that night from Sir Viv Richards. Sir Viv Richards is also a great, a veteran cricketer from West Indies. So the recognition that he received on that night at Wembley Conference was indeed a very special one. So what recognition or what award he received that night, let's know about it. There wasn't much doubt that would be him, wisest Indian cricketers of the century, even as the race boiled between down to the big three, Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar and Kapil, supreme cricketer of all. So there is something, Kapil was convicted, or Kapil was doubted that he was involved in something suspicious, and it was very hard for the people to believe that a cricketer like Kapil would get involved in such kind of activities, because he was recognized as the wisest cricketer of the century, wisest Indian cricketer of the century, means from the last 100 years he was recognized as the most wisest cricketer, even though there were others as prominent as him, or there were other all-rounder. So namely we see Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar and Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar and Kapil himself. So these three were the backbone of Indian cricket team back then. So they were, we see Virat Kohli, we see Shikhar Dhawan, we see Hardik Pandya. So they are very, they are the backbone of Indian cricket team right now. So these three cricketers were very backbone of Indian cricket team back then. So he was, although there were other cricketers who were as good as him, but Kapil was recognized as the wisest Indian cricketer of the century. As tears welled up in his eyes while he came to receive the award, one realized what truly meant to him. So while receiving that award on that night at Wembley Conference, there was Kapil's eyes was wet with tears. He was very emotional, and his expression revealed that what this award meant to him. So the award was like a clean sheet clean sheet for him. He was. It was said that he was involved in match fixing back then, and it was really hard time for Kapil. In sport, as in life, there can be nothing worse than one's integrity being questioned. So be it sport or be it real life, but when one's integrity, when one's self-respect, when one's honesty is questioned, that is the most hard time of a person. If any honest cricketer, honest in any field, if his honesty is questioned, then a person shatters down emotionally. So we should not, anyone's honesty should not never be questioned. So Kapil's honesty was questioned. It was blamed that Kapil was blamed that he was involved in match fixing. Kapil had been in those dark months when his name was dragged into match fixing scandal, even as the world looked on him in disbelief. So an accusation was made on Kapil that he was involved in some match fixing. A cricketer like Kapil Dev, who was so dedicated, so much devoted towards his career, towards his sport, was accused of being involved in match fixing. So that broken down Kapil, made him very emotional. And on that night, he received recognition, he received award, and he received clearance that he was not involved in match fixing scandal. And that is why we see that that night the award he received meant it meant something very important to him. Although his name was dragged into match fixing scandal, but people who know him very closely, people who know who Kapil is, they do not believe him. So it was very impossible, it was very hard for the people to believe that a man like Kapil could be involved in match fixing. It had shattered the man, reduced to naught the years of his toil that amazingly talented all-rounder put in the extraordinary record of 434 wickets and 5,248 runs, including 827 50s in 131 tests. So it was hard to believe that a cricketer who had a very good score history, track history in his career could be involved in such kind of activities. So in test cricket, we see he played 131 test cricket where he had 434 wickets and scored around 5,248 runs, including 8 centuries and 27 half centuries. And on one day international cricket, he scored 3,782 runs and he scored 253 wickets in 225 ODIs. So a man with such a great track record, when his name was dragged into match fixing scandal, people were shocked. It was hard to believe, and even Kapil was shattered because he gave his ultimate passion, ultimate hard work to this sport. And when his integrity was questioned, he was shattered. He was broken down. He was in utmost grief. That he was subsequently cleared is one thing. The scar, however, had remained. But on that night, that very special night for him, the recognition bestowed by the final jury of 32 cricketers from all over the world and 3 journalists must have felt like a total deliverance from that stigma. On that night, that is on Wembley Conference, there was a jury, there was a committee of 32 cricketers from all over the world who were there to judge Kapil, whether he was involved in match fixing or not. And there were 3 journalists who were there to publish Kapil's fate after that judgment. And on that night, Kapil came out successful, victorious. So that was the match which he played in real life, a battle which he faced during his life. It was a match not played in the field, but in a room where 32 jury were there along with 3 reporters. And Kapil nailed that one. Survive words were for sure, the latter part especially summed it all up. So when Sarviv Richard made his statement, gave his statement in favor of Kapil, it made all clear. His statement was, let me quote it for you, "I am shaking in my boots. It's like a 100-meter dash wherein 3 are bunched together, but there has to be one winner and is one of my favorite cricketers, Kapil Dev." Sir Viv Richards said that his legs are shaking. he had to make a judgment among among three athletes who were, running a race of 100 meter, and all of them, they have crossed the finish line with a very slight difference. It's like they have crossed the finish line all together at once, but they had to make a judgment. They had to select one, and it would be his favorite cricketer, Kapil. This shows that how Sir Viv Richard was, had belief towards Kapil. So we see that in the later part of his statement, we see that, but he was one of the fiercest competitor on the field. Although Sir Viv Richard faced Kapil in the field, in the match a lot of time, he praised Kapil because he was one of his fiercest competitors. He was one of his most toughest competitor in the field. I never believed that he was involved in match fixing. Someone who can do that and show much passion in the field must be a good actor. So Sir Viv Richards summed it up all. He said that a person like Kapil could never be involved in match fixing scandal, because Kapil showed so much dedication towards the sport, so much hard work towards the sport, so much passion towards the sport, and he stated that, Sir Viv Richards stated that if someone as dedicated as Kapil could do this, and at the same time if he can show this level of dedication, he must be a good actor. He must be a good actor if he is involved in match fixing scandal. Otherwise, it is quite impossible for someone as dedicated as Kapil to be involved in match fixing scandal. Kapil not only played cricket, he worshipped cricket. It was everything. Cricket meant everything for Kapil. Profundity is the quality that Kapil imbibed from having risen through sheer hard work, grace under fire, dignity at all time, and sturdy moral backbone. Kapil was an insightful player. He was an insightful sportsman. So he had a quality that not all cricketers possess. He was one of the greatest cricketer in Indian history. In fact, in the history of cricket, he was one of the greatest cricketer. Because he not only played cricket because it was a sport. Cricket meant everything to Kapil. He played it with dignity. While he played the game, he played it so gracefully. He made the sport very appealing to the audience. He played it so gracefully. He played it with dignity. It meant everything to him, and he had a sturdy moral backbone. Kapil was an athlete with a very strong moral backbone, with strong moral character. So a people with that strong moral character could not be imagined doing something very unfair like that. Those qualities were noticeable in the manner he played the game. The way the Kapil played cricket, his dedication, his morality, his gracefulness everything was noticeable in the manner Kapil played cricket. That fierce competitiveness, as was witnessed in the match against Zimbabwe in 1983 Prudential World Cup in England. So a match highlighted in this chapter was a match between India and Zimbabwe, India versus Zimbabwe, where India had slid to 5 down for 17 when Kapil, in a fit of inspiration, changed the course of the game with an inning of 175. A very remarkable, a very memorable game that Kapil played against Zimbabwe was that when India's 5 wickets were down in a score of 17, then Kapil came and he changed the course of the game. He gave Zimbabwe a target of 175, and it was a game-changing inning, remembered as much for his grace and power. So this match shows how Kapil was devoted towards cricket, devoted towards match. towards his sport. An inspiring leader it was in that inning which stimulated Kapil Dev to go on and win the World Cup. So after the victory against Zimbabwe, so after this match they finally won the World Cup in 1983. So, and his pep talk to the boys after India was bowled out for 183 by the mighty West Indies in that final is a part of India's folklore. And the role that Kapil played in 1983 World Cup was outstanding, was ever remembering, was a remarkable one. So the Indian cricket team were bowled at a score of 183 during finals against West Indies, and then Kapil inspired with his encouraging talk to his fellow teammate, which inspired them so much that they finally could win the 1983 World Cup. And this 1983 World Cup has become a folklore among all the Indians. Every person who knows about cricket, he knows about 1983 World Cup, because it was such a huge victory for Indians on that year. It was such a huge victory. It was the first World Cup India ever received. Kapil was a natural athlete and did not miss a test owing to his injury. Kapil was an athlete, a natural athlete. He was, naturally inclined towards sports, and he never missed a test owing to injury. So if he is injured, he do not miss any of his match. Unless he is very severely injured, he did not miss any of his match. Indeed, for the first medium bowler who had to contend with a docile wicket of the subcontinent, he was an all-rounder, we know, and he had a significant amount of wicket in his track record in his career, number of wickets for India in his career. And who can forget his inspiring bowling in the Melbourne Test of 1981 series, which enabled India to script a memorable victory. This after having loaded himself with painkillers to help abate an excruciating agony of a pulled hamstring muscle. So another highlighting match was in 1981 series. In 1981 Melbourne Test series, he was severely injured, and he's injured due to because his hamstring muscles were pulled. He was injured in his knees. Excuse me. Yes, his knee was injured. There was injury in his hamstring muscle. So he took painkillers in order to play that match. He loaded himself with painkiller to play that match, and he played with all those pain, and finally they won this 1981 Melbourne Test series. So we see the level of dedication of Kapil. Even though he was severely injured during 1981 Melbourne Test series, he have aided himself with painkillers and he played that match. Kapil had stints with Northamptonshire and Worcestershire in English county cricket and was leading all-rounder of world's cricket in his time. Not only in Indian cricket team, Kapil also played in English county cricket. So there a very prestigious league of cricket league in England is English county cricket is a very prestigious cricket league. So he also played in one of those in two of those team, that is Northamptonshire and Worcestershire in English county cricket. He was a part of these two prominent team, and he was also one of the leading all-rounder during his time. And along with him, we see three more all-rounder who were as good as Kapil. They were Imran Khan from Pakistan, Ian Botham from New Zealand, and Imran Khan from Pakistan, Ian Botham from England, and Richard Hadley from New Zealand. They were also a prominent all-rounder during the time when Kapil used to play his international cricket. So, never the one to disappoint fans, Kapil would oblige autograph hunters even if it was after a hard day on the field. As an individual, he was soft-spoken and the kind who is grateful for all his experiences, both the hardship and the joys, a true sporting hero. So even though after having a very hard day, after having a very long day, Kapil did not disappoint his fans. So whenever his fans asked for autograph, he did not disappoint them, and he was a very humble person, a very soft-spoken person. His words were very soft-speaking person. He was a very humble person, and at the same time, his fans were quite grateful to him to have a cricketer like him, and he was also grateful for the experiences that he had during his cricket career. He had suffered both hardship and joy. He was a true sporting hero. So we see the journey of Kapil Dev, where his integrity was questioned, where his self-respect was questioned, his name was dragged into match-fixing scandal, and on that Wembley conference, his name was cleared. Sir Viv Richards supported him with his statement, and finally we see Kapil came out victorious that night. And we see a brief career history of Kapil, where he played 131 tests, where he scored 434 wickets and 5,248 runs and 225 limited international, that is ODI, where he scored 3,782 runs with 253 wickets. And at the same time, we saw how Kapil played the Melbourne Test in spite of having all those difficulties and hamstring injury and pain. He played it. His mind, we see, was the strongest part of his armor. Kapil was so determined that if he had said something, if he had decided something to do, he does it. His mind was the strongest part. He could, overcome all those laggings of his body with his determination, we see. And at last we see how humble and how remarkable was Kapil, how remarkable athlete was Kapil. His name would be ever shine in Indian cricket history, in the world cricket history. So under his captainship, India first lifted the World Cup. So with this, the chapter came to an end. If you have any question, please mention in the comment section below. And do subscribe to Al Hiran International Schools channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any class. Thank you. Have a good day.